Sometimes, like the prophet Jonah, we hit rock bottom. The Bible says this, "And the Lord appointed a great fish to swallow up Jonah." Sometimes I wonder if Jonah's life flashed before his eyes when he found himself in the belly of the great fish. I imagine Jonah saying to himself, "Why didn't I just listen to the Lord when he asked me to go and preach to Nineveh?" But Jonah's thoughts in the depths of the sea went much deeper than this. Jonah said this about God, "I will look again toward your holy temple." What comes into Jonah's mind is God's holy temple, the place where God was present among his people in a special way. Jonah had tried to run away from God's presence, but now he desires to be in God's presence. Well, perhaps today you find yourself in a low place like Jonah did, and perhaps you're now desiring to be close to the Lord again. Well, listen to this simple lesson from Jonah, which is this: when you hit rock bottom, look up. Jonah said, "When my life was fainting away, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer came to you. And the Lord spoke to the fish, and it vomited Jonah out upon the dry land." God heard Jonah's cry for help, and he will hear our cries for help when we want to be washed of our sin and when we want to be close to God. When we hit rock bottom, we need to look up and cry for the Lord to save our souls. You see, God's plan throughout the whole Bible is to lift mankind out of the depths. The Bible says this, "Just as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the great fish, so will the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth." Just as Jonah went down into the depths and then rose up again, so Jesus, the Son of Man, who is God with us, went down into the depths of death to pay the cost for mankind's sin, and then rose up in his resurrection to lift us out of death, out of darkness, and into life to save our souls. Our sin has been the curse of our lives, but when we come to Jesus and ask him to save our souls, Jesus reverses the curse. He brings us from spiritual death to spiritual life, and he guarantees that when our bodies die, we will rise in the glory of heaven with glorious new bodies. But there's even more. Many of us Christians so often live our lives with our head down because of our past, because of our past sin, because of our past shame. And perhaps that's how you feel today. Your head is down and your heart is low because of your past. Well, listen to this. The Bible says, "Then the word of the Lord came to Jonah the second time, saying, 'Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and call out against it the message that I tell you.'" God gives Jonah a second chance. And did you know that the name Jonah means dove? And what do doves remind us of in the Bible? When Noah saw that dove return to the ark with a leaf in its mouth, he would have been filled with hope that there was a second chance for humanity after the great flood. The story of Jonah is like a dove flying towards us from the pages of the Bible with a leaf in its mouth that says, "Look, there is hope for you. You have messed up. You have gone in the wrong direction, but there is hope of a fresh start when we turn to Jesus for help." God gives Jonah a second chance, and he still gives second chance after second chance to his children today. When you hit rock bottom, look up.